Hello, Cheryl, Ling. I know I'm trying to adjust my selfie stick, and really is good. Okay, I'm gonna set it down because I learned my lesson with the shoulder thing. Oops, sorry. I was out in the yard, so I hope you're not offended now. Not trying to be rude. Maybe I cover up this way. No, this way, that you're not so distracted. But I got to do what I got to do. Anyway, so I barely survived. Now, it's really true when I say good to live to see another day, and that's another story that I have some kind of make sure nothing on my teeth. Hey, this is like everything in one package. You see the rehearsal, you see like the performances and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, oh, it's engaging, y'all. She can't even put her face on together. No, not trying to be funny. I was really down and out, and I was like laying in bed half dead. That's it's not because of Lawrence Parker's fish. Actually, it was a long story. So somebody I know from Facebook offered to take me fishing to Castaic because I saw the instant. Obviously Instagram is Instamatic, right? I saw the fish that he caught, which are the bass, and I go, wow, I never got bass. You can get bass out of Castaic, because my thought was always the lake sucks because fish are skittish, and because I was used to ocean fishing, that's when I was married. That's another long story. So, anyways, it's just so funny that this is how things that didn't work out. Eventually, we're supposed to go fishing at Castaic Lake, and I got a little rod, but it just didn't work out. We did not mesh personality-wise. But I thought, even if I start to talk like this, that doesn't help at all. Like, hey, honey, boo, y'all, irreverent and all that kind of stuff. But it didn't work out, so turned around halfway and came back. But fortunately, he had a fish earlier, so that was good. That was the bass, and I cooked it with black bean sauce. It was just the right size, and I say thank you. Anyways, regardless, it's a invaluable experience. So the other day I went to Sprouts and I saw the wild salmon. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm crazy for fish. Anyways, I go, if it's fresh, it's got to be good. And I make my own sashimi, you see, but now it's frozen. I think I made a mistake, because even if it's fresh caught, it's different than when you just grab it out of the water. It's not like that. I don't think how long it has been sitting in the sun before they got it, if how many hands it's gone through, sit on the dock, be picked up, fillet, blah blah blah. There's like so many hands, and by the time they trucked it across the country, what's the temperature? Those things, I mean, you cannot prevent. It doesn't matter how much money it costs a pound. I got really sick. Alright, so an hour later, after I ate my favorite with a habanero, with a little bit of a ginger and wasabi, and some kick-ass habanero, just gotta have it hot, like, it's as if it's not hot enough out. Anyway, I got a little remnant, something got my cheek there. An hour later, after I ate my own precious wild-caught salmon, so now it's frozen. As you can see, I freeze it because I was coveting the fact that it was wild-caught, fresh. But the thing is, probably should have freeze it first, because I was sitting there and I felt it coming on. Like, oh, have you had that like strangling feeling? Like, oh God, I feel like I'm dying. That was it. I felt like I was dying. Anyways, so that does not help. I think, that's definitely not from God. I don't want to thank Karen Pyatt. She wrote me on Facebook. I actually know her in person. All right, I know Karen. I've been going to the Saddleback. So Karen, if you're going to your church on the way, she got born again there. That's great. I would like to go back to like Wednesday night sometimes, but going through a bit of a personal thing. Like I said, I'm struggling with the Lord, struggling with the questions on my mind. That I know that God is not here to hurt us, because He is good. But I feel like I'm foundationally shaken for not because of the fish thing. Anyway, for my whole life, I said that, you know, the oppression and whatever. Anyways, I don't want to try to dump on you. I'm just trying to explain a little bit where I'm coming from. You know, I mean, because I was just saying that I feel like there's a reason, the purpose that we're here, and there also the spirit of confusion. And I think that spirit of confusion is what we need to deal with. And I don't want to be confused, you know, because people say, oh, we're confused about this and about that. There's nothing to be confused about. I mean, the fact is we're in America, the United States of America, and we should protect this country. I mean, what's so wrong about that? All right? So, an illegal is someone who broke the law. So, people who break the law, for example, if they come in your home and they knock you over the head so they can take your TV, that's breaking the law. Now, if the city of San Francisco exempts such people, I don't know what they did, Gutierrez or whatever, they awarded this illegal guy who's supposed to be deported. And it's deporting even with your tax dollar. I think that we should charge their government for the money. Why should we pay them $800, $900, or thousands of dollars? At least for, how much is the plane ticket cost, right? To send them back to wherever the country they come from. Anyways, I think Tijuana would be close. It's, you know, boot to buy, and there's really not that huge expense involved. But what I'm saying is that San Francisco awarded this guy, whatever his name is, Gutierrez or whatever, he sued the city, and then he won it. Now, $190,000. Now with taxpayer money. I don't live in San Francisco, but we're not far. We're in Los Angeles. I'm just saying, this is insanity. It's called insanity. All right, I'm coming against insanity. I mean, let alone whatever their childhood. My problem was, but I think at least I believe there's common sense that still should exist in our minds and saying this is wrong. So the ACLU, whoever their lawyers are, it's crooked. You know, and there should be a revolt. We should have a revolt in San Francisco for paying this guy who's illegally. So what had happened is, I think he reported to the police because his car got stolen. And then while he was at the police station, they, you know, took down the report and they say, you're wanted by the federal agency because he did break the law, whatever the law, breaking into whatever law he broke. All right? So he is not just here illegally, he was also a criminal. And then they didn't catch him, but now his name surfaced because he reported that he's got, you know, he's in shady stuff. Okay, into shady stuff. And he said somebody stole his car. But anyway, so they arrested him, and this is back in 2005. So finally they settled this case, and now he's sued. So these people that sued, the so-called ACLU lawyers, they ought to be locked up and the case thrown away. Because, oh my God, I'm tearing my hair out. I'm just saying, if someone break into your house and bust the cap on you, steal your TV, and then the cops say, oh, we can't touch him because he's here illegally. We just can't touch him. You know, they're afraid. So now they got a better badge. But if you're a legal citizen, oh, you have no such protection. We'll take you right into jail. But if you're legal, you're protected. We can't touch you. Isn't that sick? So he got $190,000 from your, well, you're not in San Francisco, but I'm just saying, if you don't fight this, this is going to expand. I don't see this insanity that can keep us going. I'm just saying, I don't think that we can stay alive in the city, you know, because then everybody that can come from everywhere, God knows, you know, whether if it's China, Kuwait, or El Salvador, they can come in your home and, you know, bust a cap on you because they're illegal. You can't do anything. Cops are afraid of them now because of this too. Anyway, so I don't know what was my point. Oh, I was just saying that lightly, kind of. I thought maybe it's not a big deal. It's not funny. But to me, it was kind of lighthearted. But it wasn't at that time. Or when I first came to the country, I mean, I have no idea what's going on. I'm not illegal, by the way, but I did not come here by choice. So that's a long story. I had a very tragic past. But my mother was recruited as a nurse. Anyway, so it was tragic. Like I said, she tried to kill herself, slit her wrist when I was 4. So, you know, without getting into all the psychological damage and all that kind of stuff that I believe that God is still trying to heal. And maybe he's not trying hard enough, because I do have questions. I say, well, other shit happened, and, you know, if the Lord says that his thought towards me is good and not for evil, and why would this happen, that happened, and cause the demise and this malfunction of, you know, my whole life? Or, you know, it's just like a scheme. It's like a scheme that somehow the devil has a foothold, try to damage you when you're a kid, and then later on in life, just different things to reiterate that those attacks, and finally just like assault, and